That's all I'm gonna do. Think we're live. I'm gonna make sure. Let's make sure we're live in both feeds. I want to make them different. I don't know what happened, y'all. For some reason, Facebook only YouTube came up a minute ago, so I'm just trying to redo it and make sure I can get it up. And let's see, can I make sure I able to get YouTube to working. Let's see. We'll go out of that one. Let's see. Am I still? Yeah, I went 3 minutes on that one. Yeah, I'm live again on part two. Let's see. I don't know what's going on. Okay, now. Oh, now here we go, y'all. I had a little hiccup. Oh, now here we go, y'all. I had a little hiccup, y'all. For Facebook, for some reason, it didn't pop up at first. Hey, son, I told you, man, this Facebook is just weird. Uh, it didn't pop up for me. It still ain't popping up for my, but let me share it anyway. Let me share it again. Okay, let me share it. That's what happens, man. Sometimes when you're at the mercy of these people. Oh, Mr. Facebook, he just I don't know. He just want to do whatever he want to do. But I'm just trying to make sure I share it everywhere. Y'all make sure y'all share it. I think it's up there. I see. How do we on? I know, but you wasn't on it first, y'all. This the second show. I'm telling you, I had 3 minutes of the. Well, I didn't give nothing, but I didn't like the way I didn't see Facebook being shown. But I guess we're back. We got shout out to Robert Young, man. He sent me uh young man hadn't been playing golf that long, already in a tournament, got a chance to win a tournament. Shout out to him, everybody. Shout out to y'all, man. I miss y'all. I'm still on the West Coast. I am liking the things that I'm doing out here, and I mean, so it's just trying to get some things done before I can make it back to Houston. But it's just I'm trying to see where I want to start today. I want to make sure everybody is on. And make sure because I don't see it on my personal page. Hold on. You know, y'all, there's just something about it. I just got to get it right. Sorry. If it ain't if it ain't right, it ain't right. Wait a minute. I said if it ain't right, it ain't right. But okay, we gonna play it like this. Just share the show, everybody. He says Mindset Monday. Mindset Monday. Okay. Uh, Johnny Arnett, what you mean by Mindset Monday? Talk to me. Y'all need to share the show because we're gonna talk. I'm gonna talk about the TABC. I'm gonna talk about. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the TABC. I've been hearing some things. I've watched some of it on Baller TV. I did. Y'all share the show, Malcolm. I don't see enough people on here. Dedrick, Robert Young, I see you're back there. What's up, Dedrick? Ray Moore, what's up, baby? How you doing? Hope you're feeling better. Let's see what we got. Jeremy Davis. I see y'all. Johnny Arnett. I'm just gonna call everybody I see. Jeremy Davis, Michael Smith, Malcolm Hall, Sonia Billingsley. Who else? Johnny Arnett. Who else? Ray Moore, Dedrick Carr, Lakeisha. I see you there. I see what we do and speak on this show on Monday. Keep my mind straight strong. Oh, okay. I like that. What's up, Dwayne? Hey, Tanya. I'm just waiting on y'all to get here. Y'all, I know y'all went to the old show. Tanya, when I first hit the start button for this week, it wasn't Facebook. The Facebook feed didn't do, so I had to reboot it and come back on, troubleshoot it. You'll never know. I don't know if y'all know. You never know what's gonna happen until you push the live button. You just never know what's gonna happen. Hey, Stephen Adams, how you doing? But it's some unique topics. I want to let y'all know that all these rumors that you're hearing about Sam Cassell is going to out here with JJ Redick is no good. No good. First of all, uh, he said he rolling out there. I talked to him this morning. He said he rolling out there. He ain't finna go mess up and go out there with that mess. But I want to show y'all something. I looked at this and I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger for you. Just show you. I just want to know what y'all think about that. Sam's got 16 years as assistant head coach, 4 NBA championship, 3 as a player, 1 as an assistant coach. The NBA All Star, an All NBA player. JJ Redick's got zero years experience. He got 0 NBA championships. He started a podcast and now he's the head coach of the Lakers. Jacob, I just want y'all to take a look. This how much better we have to be. And that's why we can't knock each other down, because we always knocking each other down so much. So I just hope y'all get this mindset in your head. Look at these qualifications. Should I make it bigger? Can y'all see? I'm gonna make it bigger. Look at these. I dare somebody make this make sense. Somebody make this make sense. And I know, see what I'm figuring out though. I missed a lot being in the hospital. Oh, I didn't know you was in the hospital. Hey, Keisha, you gotta let us know. Wow. But ladies and gentlemen, I like to bring attention to stuff like this because sometimes we just overlook it. How LeBron is putting, we always brag about LeBron doing this for Maverick and Rich and his friends. But who else outside of his friends uh, is he putting down? He raising the profile of a whole lot of people. Without LeBron James and this boy not having JJ Redick, oh man, about JJ Redick, somebody just text me. JJ Redick and only reason he got this job is about y'all. I need y'all to talk back and forth to me because I don't want to be talking about myself. I know I'm giving y'all. I hope I'm not giving y'all information. Lakeisha, Spring Hill and the movies and stuff that LeBron getting into. I know him and Maverick Carter is over it, but if you go and look at the peripheral, it's a lot of other people who's benefiting off of that. Hey Rob, I need a lifeline in this coaching circle. Tell me what you mean you need a lifeline. Tell me what you need. Tell me exactly what you mean by lifeline. Uh, tell me what you need. Or email me at chopshophtx@gmail.com and then we'll talk. Since you need a lifeline. I read this Rabbit, I got to keep putting this up there because LeBron James is the reason this is happening. He got a whole lot of coaches fired, and nothing against LeBron James. It's just I just got to table this. Craig, you said the same thing that happened in the corporate world, but this time Craig is different. See, that's why I love to hear y'all talk. Rob, this is why I like to hear your comments. Because when I hear your comments, then I can, I want to talk with you. I don't want to talk at you. Now watch this now. Craig, this ain't quite the same as the corporate world. Because the corporate world has their hierarchy. They have the white people on top, and they're gonna do what they want to do. They'll hire a couple of us and say, "Oh well, I got a couple of y'all. I got a diversity hire," but they don't even have to do that no more. But explain to me why a young black man from the hood, grew up from nothing, gets up here out of all the people in the world. He started a podcast with this particular guy, and this guy why right in the middle of the season where a black coach he's maligning and going behind his back. You know, I'm in LA now, so they're telling me what's going on, and he gets this guy hired with no years of experience as an assistant coach, no NBA championship as a player, ain't sniffed probably a playoffs. I don't think. Probably have. I'm not sure. Start a podcast with LeBron James, and now he's the head coach of the Lakers. But he had the help of a black dude. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You can talk about all that panel interview shit you want, stuff you want, Craig. Excuse me, all that shit. You can talk panel, Craig. LeBron James got this boy hired. It ain't had shit to do with no panel. Ain't got nothing to do with no panel. And I don't mind JJ getting a job. But LeBron, ain't you done made these folks enough money? Haven't you made these folks enough money, man? Haven't you put these dudes in enough power, positions of power? Y'all, I didn't even plan on talking about this. But don't forget, big coach. It ain't no why won't they give Sam a chance? Malcolm, that's too bland. That's too bland. Why don't they? Because they don't have to give nobody nothing. Our point out that the conversation ain't about Sam. Malcolm, you've been watching this show long enough. The conversation ain't about Sam. The conversation is about why LeBron James why couldn't he stamp Sam? And they're not going to waste a pick on his son. See, there we go, talking about LeBron's son. Y'all just quit being niggas for a minute, man, and just be black folks for a minute. And I don't think I've ever said that on the show. But I'm sick of these nigga responses. Come on, y'all, raise your level, man, of awareness and understanding about this stuff. They're about to waste a pick on his son. Ain't what but waste no damn pick on his son. Son better than a lot of them in NBA right now. So let's get that out. The point I'm trying to make is why? LeBron Simeon ain't coming out. Why JJ Redick? It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that, Johnny Arnett. This ain't. Wow. Yes, LeBron and him have a relationship. A better relationship to me than JJ Redick. When did JJ Redick and LeBron get so tight? They ain't never played with each other, had it? But Simmons, I'm tired. Simmons, I learned a long time ago. Black folks can open up a restaurant and ninjas are coming, shut it down. But senior, this is my show. I can say what I want on this show. I can. But sometimes you have to be profane to be profound. What's up, Doug? This man come tell his son. They gonna waste a pick on his son. That ain't what we talking about here. That ain't what we talking about here. Spring Hill, production. LeBron. I wish y'all can go. I wish I had all that information right here with me. Y'all, they hire a lot of people that don't look like us. That school, I promise school. Go look and see who the head woman at that school. She don't look like us. Doug, he could have manipulated Darvin Ham. He had to agree with that. LeBron can manipulate anybody. He's LeBron. I'm just trying to see why we keep empowering other people. Kobe Bryant. Yeah, I got to go back there. Kobe Bryant married a girl outside of his race. That young lady is now going to take and benefit. Her race going to benefit from his hard work. His dad and him put in. And the mom and dad, she don't want to do nothing for them because they didn't like her. Why are we putting people like Kobe Bryant, Rob Pelinka, everybody who had Rob Pelinka as a client, James Harden, all them guys, put him in power so he can go and get a job at the Lakers. Bob Myers represented black athletes, put him in a position to be the GM over the Golden State. Leon Rose, black athletes, putting him in a position where he can be over the New York Knicks. That's three of the most storied franchise on the planet. And listen, Mr. BO52, without our black bodies, these guys wouldn't be in power. See, and the reason I'm speaking to the next generation, because this generation is gone. I'm speaking to the next generation. Some young person gonna hear this and say, whoa. See, y'all blindsided about where he put his boys down, but who else outside his boys who did he put down? It ain't enough for just Randy, Maverick, and Rich Paul to benefit. That ain't but three dudes. There's 40 million of us in America. And you go do a podcast, and the next thing you know, this dude is Lakers. And y'all, the reason I got to bring this to people's attention, because we just, Angela Robinson, we don't pay. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about TBC. Y'all come on. I'm gonna talk about TABC. But what's the use? I'm talking about TABC, and all them kids at TABC go on to be a professional basketball player, and then they go and just hire everybody white to give them power. What? Even the college is white. But college is different because college is owned by them anyway. I said when we're in power, we got coaches, when we in power, they, yeah, when we're in power, Mr. Bo, when we in power, yo, I ain't talking about Mark. I'm not talking about what Tyrone Lue said. We missing the point, Mark. What's the use in getting this power and you're giving it back? I told y'all. Harris Tubman said, I would have freed a whole lot of more slaves if they knew they wasn't slaves. Some of y'all think this stuff is over because they done gave. Have y'all been looking at what's going on? Because they done gave you a Beyonce and a Jay-Z. It's not over. The fight continues. You're right, Craig Bottom. We can't even organize crime. Robert Edwards, I see you sneaking in there. I see it, Tasha, sneaking in there. Keith Avery. Keith Avery, it just got to me this morning, Keith Avery, because I put this, I know y'all late, but I put this up on the board because I talked to Sam this morning. He said, man, I'm staying in Boston. He said, man, we rolling out here. I helped build this here. We rolling. You think I'm finna go out there at that shit show to LA? No, I'm a head coach, man. And somebody gonna appreciate that one day. I just talked to him this morning. I didn't even want to bother him because I know people have been calling him. I don't like to bother people. But I'm looking. I'm just looking at the qualifications. I just put it on the screen. This is how I started this conversation. This wasn't even on my list to talk about. But I looked. How the hell he got to be his assistant? Tam told the Lakers, I declined to have an interview as a freaking assistant. No, sir. I don't want to be caught up in that mess. And y'all don't understand. I sit back and just watch how LeBron just put people in power. See, y'all don't see the other stuff. Go look at the I Promise School. See who's over there. Call me back, because that's his baby. Call me. Y'all text me. Go look it up and tell me who it's a white lady. Last time I checked, ain't that's what my man name? What's my man Nipsey? I'm out here in the West Coast. Last time I checked, look and see who's over the I Promise School in the position of power that LeBron handpicked. You tell me, as educated and bright as these sisters is in education, you couldn't find one? Walter Yates. Walter Yates. What's the use of sending our kids to the TABC? They mess around and get good, and they go to the NBA and be in positions of power. They don't have no black agent. They don't have no black accountant. They don't have no black nothing. So they give all of their wealth, because you're going to have all of these things. You don't have a black jeweler. So everything you get, you probably ain't buying your car from a black dealership. Everything, it goes right by the people who just gave you the money. It goes right back to them. I didn't set a principal. It's a lady who run the place. It's a lady who run the whole thing. I'm talking about the boss lady. I ain't talking about no damn principal. Y'all is somebody over the principal. Go looking forward. Keep looking, Aaron Wilf. Keep looking. I ain't saying about no damn principal. But Craig, I'm just Craig. But if we don't groom our kids to understand this, they're going to go to the TABC and go and do it and repeat this same cycle over and over and over. Y'all, everyone go, they going to buy a car, they going to buy a house, they going to buy some jewelry, they going to go buy all of this. Gucci don't like them. He done told you. Louis Vuitton don't like them. They just put Pharrell over creative. They don't like y'all. We done made Bernard Arnault one of the richest men in the world. If you don't know who that's the dude that's over Louis Vuitton, Moet, and Hennessy. because y'all ban a lot of it. And sometimes we have to have these talks because I know y'all want to talk about the TABC. Well, Jimmy gonna come up here and talk about it, so let me get a little list out the way. Can you help me? Then we got a young black man, Joe Young, who coming to Houston and to bring something to you. This is his event. And I wonder how many people have supported him. I just wonder. I don't know. I wonder.
Houston, mark your calendar. Thursday, June 27th, we're gonna shut the city down. It's the home, Mighty Joe Young, celebrity birthday band. And he's doing it big, real big, because live, it's the biggest boss, Rick Ross.
Damn, life's so short.
Fuck Rick Ross live, it's about to go down.
Every day I'm hustling.
That's right, Thursday, June 27th, Rick Ross, the biggest boss. This is a pool and day party you don't want to miss. It all happens at the all-new Encore Houston Beach Club, 2301 Main Street. Doors open at 1 p.m. and party till 10 p.m. And since it's June 27th, live in concert, Little Kiki.
I'm draped up and dripped, I know what I'm talking.
It's Mighty Joe Young, celebrity birthday band, and DC Vic will sell out. So get your early bird tickets right now at RickRossEncoreHouston.com. For sections, give us a call, 832-909-8561. It all happens June 27th at Encore Houston. Be there.
Now I know most of us on this show is grown, so we probably, y'all ain't going, and I understand. But tell another friend. It's a young man, Joe Young, who gives back to this community. He gives back to Houston community. Let's support him. Okay? And just to know it's official, because people be coming up here with fake stuff.
Biggest boss in the game, and it's official. Thursday, June 27th. It's going down at Encore. Joe Young, you already know. Luke Belair on the boss, baby. We're going to do it big. Pool party of the year.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up, ladies and gentlemen. What you doing, man? Leave me alone, man. What you doing? What you doing? I'm on the show, man. Huh? I'm on the show. You're live now. I'm gonna hit you back in a little bit, okay? I'm gonna come back and get you in a minute, okay? All right? All right. Come on. I'll see you later. Okay, baby. Hey, y'all. I'm sorry. My grandson come knocking on the door. Just unique, man. It's just unique. And I'm going to leave that alone. I just need us to be a little bit smarter. Maybe I'll integrate some of that. But I saw that, I looked at that, and I just want y'all to just take a look at this. This how good you got to be. Sam got 15 years, and I'm just talking about Sam. Sam, I talked to him this morning, so I'm talking about him. But got 15 years as assistant coach, 4 NBA championships, 3 as a player, 1 as an assistant coach. They just won the national NBA championship. He the one told me they too slow. They can't defend. We're gonna beat the hell out of Luka and them. And I said, no, y'all wasn't. And he said, yeah. He said, watch. He said he too slow. They can't keep up with us. And they gonna hire JJ Redick because LeBron James, him got a podcast together. Yeah, he did not. He did not. He sure did. Damn, my boy. Martin Luther King said it's the 2 type of people, the 2 most dangerous people in the world. Sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. Wow. No, man, I ain't messing with it, boy. I let him in toward the end of the show. Y'all understand, man. Yeah, hey, young fella off the chain, man. I don't mind your people getting hired on favoritism. You got to realize, if I need to hire somebody, I'm gonna hire from the pool of people I know. That's normal. That's normal. But just something about LeBron James, man, y'all, he wielding his power. And that company clutch that y'all think he owns, he don't own it no more, him and Rich Paul. They sold it so LeBron can cash out. Y'all got to understand, LeBron was trying to get to $1 billion. I'm just kidding, trying to be a $1 billion athlete. Rich Paul ain't had no money to start that business. LeBron James started that business, but they let him get away with it because of him and David Stern had made a deal. Y'all don't understand. Y'all think it's politics going on in summer basketball and politics not going on up there? It's politics in everything we do. That's why I said, people, I don't believe in politics. Well, they believe in you. Because everything they doing is deciding to keep your little black butt where you supposed to be. So when we in positions of power like this, y'all got to realize, man, y'all thinking about Sam, because Sam ain't got nothing to do with Sam. I'm just saying LeBron James is welding his mighty hand to help JJ Redick. No, Sam is not good where he is. Sam Cassell should have been a head coach. He should have got that job that Jamal Mosley has, but I don't mind. Jamal Mosley has it in Orlando. He should have got that job at Detroit last year when they got Monty Williams. Monty Williams, the biggest hype. That man didn't even want to coach, but he couldn't turn down that money. I ain't telling him not to get out the way, but you might think Sam is a good where he is, but you don't understand. Sam is respected by players all over the world. It's not just the Boston. He gonna stay where he is because what? That's the best option for him now. But I don't think he should stay. What you telling him? He should stay in his place? He should stay. That's what you said, Johnny. Oh, let me put it on the screen, Johnny. That's what it sounds like. He just need to just stay in his place on the just going on down there and be an assistant. You think he ain't smarter than that little boy in front of him? That young man in front of him? What's the kid's name? I forgot the kid's name. What's the Boston coach name? I forgot his name already. I just need us to think, coach. I'm listening to y'all comments, and I'm just trying to raise your level of thinking. The guy is Sam is a basketball savant, but it's 32 teams, and all of them are on. Of course he gonna stay in there. He gonna stay. He ain't moving. I tell you one thing, he turned LA down. And I don't understand Detroit not get, but I guess Detroit said, well, I just fired Monty Williams. Hold on. Detroit just said, I had Joe Mazzulla. Thank you. I had Dwayne Casey. Then I hired Monty Williams. He didn't want to be here. I got to give me a white coach. Y'all finna be white coach like Coach Kenny Atkinson just got the Cleveland job. It's finna be all white. JJ Redick just got that job, just like they did in the college coaching ranks. They ain't finna have 3 black coaches in a row up there in Detroit. Somebody else got to get that job. But then we got guys like LeBron James. LeBron, they don't need no help. JJ Redick don't need no help. You go start a podcast with this dude while your brother, man, I'm tired of talking about, I'm just tired of talking about LeBron James right now. I don't like the way they did Darvin Ham. I don't like the way they did. I don't like the way they did it. I don't like it. I don't respect nobody in that organization. Matter of fact, when I get off of this show, I'm gonna try to go over there because they're having a press conference today, introduce him, and I got invited, so I'm gonna go over there. But I'm not pleased. Yeah, Joe Mazzulla, thank you. But shout out to people at the TABC. I happen to thank you, Bala TV. I didn't know it was on Bala TV. I missed some of the games. I'm trying to go back and watch them. Let me see what I wanted to say about the TABC. People were complaining. Joe Dumars worked for the NBA now, Johnny Arnett. He don't work for Detroit anymore. You're a little behind. He worked for the NBA. Go Google it right quick so you can have it. So you won't go in the barbershop saying that. The TABC. People, I was asking people about it. Do you think this is the same situation with KD Warner, Steve Nash, and the Nets? Absolutely. Absolutely. But they were talking about there's too many good games at the same time. If you got 500 dang teams, of course it's going to be too many games at the same time. Somebody said that to me. I said, come on now. No, y'all get that. But they did tell me. I wish Paul Moran would come on today. They said a gap has closed a little bit between Houston and Dallas. I'm just getting my little notes together. They said, but you know what I like? Somebody brought this up, and you know it's always the TB event was well run, and the kids were seen with their high school teams by many coaches. But I don't want to give them no kudos for that. Because the NCAA changed the rule for that to happen. And the TABC is a group of coaches, right? And the thing that governs the coaches, they should have a nice event. I mean, they got a built-in customer base. I'm not giving them no kudos. I ain't worried about no TABC. I'm not giving them kudos. Shit. They supposed to have a good event. Shit, they got all the teams. All the teams are members of the TABC. You follow me? So everybody talking about it was what we talking about? The event was where one. Duh. How hard is that? You done did it a few years now. Why wouldn't it be real one? You got all the venues because they're part of the TABC. You ain't having no problem with the venues. You ain't having no problem with the refs because the refs have to, how they work, they got to work through the TABC. So I don't see that what they did was so great. Somebody help me. Somebody said, I was literally thinking the same thing. Everybody was shouting them out for doing what they supposed. Thank you, Dwayne. Dwayne, you got to understand, a lot of people don't like me because I just tell it like it is, and they can't say the things that I say. They said they could destroy the high school AAU circuit if they would do this once a month. They ain't, that's not their business. They don't care. Through the summer, AAU could be for their high school coaches could have their kids all summer. But high school coaches don't want that. Listen, find me a high school coach. High school coaches won't want to be with them kids all summer. They want to do something in their summer, man. Nobody want to be with all them guys. Nobody want to be with them damn kids all summer. And some of these kids I wouldn't want to be with all summer after dealing with these damn mammies. I'm watching kids just show up on basketball team. How can you show up at a basketball team and you ain't never stepped foot on a person campus before? Where they do that at? They play on it. The ref were using their training hours, so that was. I ain't even talking about the free part. I'm talking about the fact that everybody, TABC, they allowed me to come in. They're supposed to. They said they treated. Hold up, they treated the videographers right this time. And listen to me, every player, every coach, every arena, every district, please quit playing and messing with these young men coming in video the games. Give them information. What's up, Trey Phillips, the lifesaver right there? I'm gonna hit you a little bit later. Y'all got to help me. Trey, you there? Damn, I'm glad I got somebody on here. Trey, I ain't trying. I'm just saying, why are we giving these people credit? The NCAA changed the rules where this could happen. So these people said, okay, we got time. All right, we're going to do this. And we got all the teams. We got all the referees. We got all the venues. If you got those three, ain't it possible that you can put on a good event? I don't even give event. But if I had all those three, I probably could give a good event. And I don't think tournaments are useless. Yo, listen. It's not useless playing basketball. I disagree. I can't believe you said that and you grew up coaching. I don't think anything is useless playing basketball. I think the thing is if we're not teaching them anything, then it's useless. Basketball is a fun and great game. Kept all his friends out of trouble. They wanted to play basketball. All of them didn't go to college. All of them, but they got the chance to play basketball. Well, then the summer basketball can practice better. So you're saying that the high school coaches are practicing in the summer? Then guess what? Don't you know that men want to be with their families in the summer? Kids need practice time. You can practice. But I get tired of y'all talking about you can practice all you want, but you got to play. You got to understand, everybody's not going to be a star basketball player. But basketball, so what's wrong with these young guys playing a tournament every weekend if they want to? You rather get your kids in the gym. That's you. The top players, of course, get them. But some of these kids ain't going to play in college, man. They just want to have fun playing. But everybody on your high school team is not about to go to college. That's a lie through the pit of hell. All them dudes ain't going to college. They're going to go do something else. But guess what? He done learned something. I think basketball is a great game. He said the problem with TABC coaches take, why is that a problem? They take who they presume are already on their varsity team. I don't blame them for that. You ain't going to have time to work all of them non-playing ass June bugs in the game now. You know why they're going to take the varsity teams, Curtis? Let me put that on the screen, Curtis. Let me see this. Curtis. Because college coaches are there. So you're going to take the players that are supposed to be on varsity. Come on, Curtis. It ain't no problem. I'm taking what I'm going to take my guys my JV dudes for. The JV dudes need to be at home getting some work, getting developed, so they can be on varsity. Of course, I'm taking my varsity team. Of course. He said, I love my summers away from my kids, but if I'm not getting my kids better in the summertime, they may digress, and I may have to have a job, not have a job. Kevin Lewis, what could high school coaches do in the summer with their players? Is that legal? Since you said it, I ain't said it. Oh, I got you. People move in and people change schools, but I understand, but you're changing schools. Listen. You're changing schools, Curtis. I'm glad you said that. But hold up. You're changing schools. He said, no, that's what I'm saying. People move in and people are changing school. How can you change schools and school not in? So that means, and then you going and playing in a basketball event. Are you in summer school? So why are you changing schools? So that tournament was, hold up. So Michael Jordan said it was an intent to still win, right? What did you win when you went up there? Was it a champion? What did you win? Y'all help me. What did you win? So in the summer, you are allowed 2 hours a day in the summer? High school coach can open the doors of the gym and the kids will be there instead of messing around with some summer. Okay, I like that. I like that. But are these high school coaches as good as you think they are too? So you think, so all high school coaches are the same? All of them are great teachers of the sport? Because people quit school in the summer. I don't understand that. So just win the games you play. So if you come back and didn't win a game, you had a disappointing trip, Michael Jordan. If you come back and won the game, every game, so you tell me, what did you win? He said high school coaches are allowed to do some work with their kids during the summer strength and conditioning program. Thank you. I didn't know. I didn't know. Y'all got to talk to me. I didn't know. Let me see. What else they say? What else they say? Then somebody brought this up. This sounds like participation, Dad. I forgot who it was, but they tweeted this. They said, anyone going to do a list of unheralded and under the radar performers at the TABC? Cause the ones y'all listing, you could have penciled them in prior to the game being played. What y'all think about that? I got you, Walt. I got you. I'm just trying. Every coach want to win a game played. At least I believe they want to win. And they should want to win, but I'm talking about, what did they win? They just won a game. So if some coaches came back with their chest stuck out, like a midseason, like Indiana did for the midseason championship, they won. Indiana won and then got their head. You get a chance to compete with your team and reveal team strengths. So, okay, I like that. I'm loving y'all. But did anybody say anything? Anybody got a comment? Because somebody said on Twitter, anyone going to list? People don't list unheralded. I forgot who wrote this. Unheralded and under radar performers from TBC. Have we got a guy that does that? Michael Jordan, I know you don't do it. Trey Phillips, I knew you were gonna say something. You said we put our school team in the start the bonding for next year, as well as see how the new girls fit in. Okay, I like that. See, I'm asking for information. I like that. He said we put our school teams in. I like that. So some truth to the tweet, but everything is political. It's just part of the game. Unheralded and under the radar performers. Why would we talk about them? Because if they did something, they wouldn't be unheralded and under the radar. If they made something happen. Yeah. Am I wrong? Maybe I don't know the guy. Who is it? Anybody know the guy who made that tweet? Could y'all have him join the show? Share the show, everybody. I forgot who this guy who gave me this tweet. I should have put a name on it. They just sent it to me and I put it in my notes, y'all. My bad. I apologize. But I tell you one thing. I messed around and saw Bel Air. And I said this early this season. I said, Alex, who is Alex? Who is Alex? Kevin Lewis, who is Alex? I don't know no Alex. You got a last name? Tell him to join the show. I just want to know what he mean by it. Tell him, hit him up, Kevin Lewis. I like that. Kevin Lewis, what school you coach at too? I'd like to know who I'm talking to. I forget. You probably told me. But somebody, I said this. Didn't I say this a couple of weeks? Did anybody, I ain't trying to say it like I just know everything. But when I saw this boy, Sheldon Henderson, play early this summer, I came on here and said, I apologize. I didn't know he was that good. Because I saw him at Bel Air last year. He didn't impress me. But oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I got to talk about him. Because every time I turn on the screen, he jumps out as being the most aggressive player on the floor. I've never met this young man before in my life. I never shook his hand. I don't know his parents. I know his coach, and I know Coach Nettie, but I've never, ever met this young man in my life. I never. But y'all, when I turn on that tape and sitting out here, watch, Sheldon Henderson, is he bad? I'm watching him. His rebounds are different. His putbacks are different. The way he move up and down, it's just, listen, I saw the boy play last year, y'all. But I told y'all about me. When I come back and see you play the next year or the next time I see you play, you got to see, I keep telling y'all, Sheldon, now what I saw in him, he got to show me more because I know he can do that. He got that. His potential is not what you've already done, but the potential is, Leroy, is what you haven't done. Sheldon, I expect more out of you. Sheldon, if you can consistently knock down a shot, I don't see nobody guarding you ever. Because you can handle it. You're big, you're strong, you can rise up above. Y'all, I just sit there and watch the tape, y'all. Ain't nobody told me about this kid. Ain't nobody force fed. See, that's what you don't force feed me your kid. Nobody force fed me this kid. I used to see his name at the top of the rankings, but I didn't think he was that good. But maybe those guys who saw something I didn't, maybe John Lucas saw something I didn't see. Because why? He in the gym with him every day. He's a man amongst boys. That's exactly what it looked like. It looks like, I'm going to tell you what it looked like. See, I'm going to tell you, so just in case, I saw this young kid here in high school, right? I'm going to show you how I look at kids. I wish I get some of my, I'm going to find my Derrick Rose stuff. Let me see, can I find this? I'm going to show y'all. This the kind of stuff that gets the old Mr. Hatter. I didn't see that at first, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't see that. That was unfair. Y'all got to understand, this is the world that I've been living in for the last 30 years. Going trying to find me one of them. Hold on, I'm sorry. He said, I just laugh at the complaints for kids being taken away for one weekend. But you always say you like partnering with the high school. Oh, so you saying summer coaches were mad because the players, because they're not their kids, parents, they're your kids. The players that were on their team, don't tell me that. Trey, don't do me like that, man. I'm having too much fun out here, man. Y'all, I was on the beach yesterday. Paradise cold. Zuma Beach. Yeah, y'all ever heard of Zuma Beach? Santa Monica. I was just all up and down the coast yesterday. The PCH. I was all up and down the PCH yesterday. But let me get back. Where was I? I'm trying to see if anybody say something. Palm around. Oh, Jamaica. Jamaica, what's your son's name? I don't remember. I understand the tweet. Majority of the boys are posted even if they had a bad game. Our witnesses, I think for the TBC, the bad game. Jamaica, what you mean by if they? The majority of the boys are posted even if I wasn't looking for that. See, I'm not finna go look at the majority of the boys. See, I'm smart enough to know Jamaica. I'm glad you saw Jamaica, and nothing against the other kids. But Jamaica, this what I've been used to seeing. Jamaica, this what I've been used to seeing. This is the kind of stuff I've been used to seeing. So I know for a fact the majority of the boys can't do that. So I ain't looking for the majority of the boys. When you ball, you get the call. This ain't the YMCA. I know what you're saying, because somebody I think she was coming to the tweet because somebody said, anyone going to give a list of unheralded or under the radar performers at the TABC, because the ones y'all listening could be penciled in because they doing their work all the time. So if you unheralded, you got to go do something special. I'm not coming in there just because you Jamaica a son and say you good. LJ Anderson was a dude. Thank you. Okay. I saw him. Yes, he did play better. Listen. He's a perfect example of a guy. I don't like the way he played in the EYBL, but I love the way he played on his team at Bel Air. That's why you got to see kids play multiple times, coaches. Thank you for allowing to see him. Guess what? Everybody, I saw him on tape. He came out on tape. Well, nothing like Sheldon, but he came out on tape. That was a good one, Paul. Thank you for helping me, Paul. Thank you for helping. That's the BS I'm talking about with these summer dudes. Who was that? That was Gerald Wallace. Used to play in the league. Google it. Keep enjoying Cali, but yeah, people complain. Thank you. Thank you, Trey. Trey, that's the first time I heard that. Chris Charles, what's up? Chris Charles, I'm going to go to your press conference in a minute. I'm finna go see your new coach, Chris Charles. It's right around the corner. I can't wait. Let's see. College coaches at high school live period events got to watch players playing good basketball. Hey, and the parents, I heard y'all were a lot nicer at this event. Y'all weren't acting as crazy. He said, why didn't he comment on the under the radar player since no? That's why I love you, big coach. Big coach. Big Coach, where did I get that? Big Coach, I wanted to know where I got that tweet from. Why didn't he comment instead of whining? Somebody find out who this coach is. Instead of whining about anyone doing a list, why didn't you list them? I like that. I saw him, but I didn't see much of it. I saw about 4 or 5 times down the court. I didn't see much of C.E. King, man. I didn't. I saw just brief because I just wanted to see him, see how he looked, and I didn't see much from Weep Fall this time. I did, Dwayne. I got to go back. I'll go back just because you said something. I'm gonna go back and check it out. He said AAU should be for elementary and middle school age kids. Forget AAU, summer basketball. What about summer basketball? That's why I say the TV is done just 3 times. I don't want summer basketball shut down, Walter Yates, like you do. Summer basketball ain't hurt nobody. It's the dudes that's in summer basketball hurting somebody. Get rid of the dudes. Leave summer basketball alone. But thank you, Big Coach. Thank you, man. Big Coach, that makes sense. Man, I wish I found out who this kid was. Somebody said he know him. Summer basketball don't have to be with your high school team. I don't want to play with them the whole damn season. I want to go play with somebody else. No, I'm not agreeing with that, Walt. I respectfully disagree. I just don't. You're right, Hatter. Sheldon and LJ are one tough tag team tandem for Houston Bel Air. They're going to be good this year. Absolutely. They should be good. Summer basketball ain't summer basketball then. I want to go play with somebody else, man, sometime. I don't want to play with my damn same teammates all the damn time. No, Walt, I disagree with that. What y'all think? I don't want to play with my teammates. I don't like them anyway. So guess what? By the time I get out of high school, summer, I'm going playing with my boys. I don't believe in that one, Walt. But guess what? I respect your opinion. Thank you, Joe Lewis. Joe Lewis come right on to my thumbs up. Wait a minute, I ain't got but 9 thumbs up? Oh my God, I can't believe y'all. Y'all see, y'all being lazy when y'all come on here, man. Thumbs up, man. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Everybody, thumbs up, thumbs up on YouTube. That's how you trick the algorithm. That's how the algorithm. Y'all keep talking and keep comment. I want to hear your comments. It would create better bonds. What if the high school coach can't coach? So he have the kid a whole year and he don't know what the hell he doing, Walt. Y'all help me. Because some of them can't coach their way out of West Paper basketball. Because they're not coaches. They're teachers. I'm just telling you, me, I want to go play. Listen, I'm playing over here at, what school I'm going to? I'm at West Side. But in the summer, I get to play with Sheldon on my team. And over at West Side, I'm playing with my hell no. I'm going to play with Sheldon in the summer. I don't want to hear about old school. I'm talking about right now. AAU can teach you how to play with other great players. Absolutely, Kevin Lewis. Because when you get to college, everybody's good. Yes. Y'all, we got Ned the Wine. The guys on some of the guys on my team ain't gonna play in intramural. I don't want to play with them all year round. I like that. We got to get better high school coach. Well, then let's try paying them then instead of giving them a stipend. Let's pay them. Jacob, who you talking about was balling? You talking about Gerald Wallace? Everyone in high school ain't playing at the next level. AAU is a necessary. I won't call it no evil. It's an option. I love summer basketball. I love it. I want to play against the better dudes in the summer. That's what no. You gonna take your team and a bunch of intramural players to play against, man. Come on, man. Come on. No. I want to go play with great players. I like to play with great players. It makes the game so much easier. Then I can come to my team and bring some of the qualities that I learned playing in the summer to my team. And guess what? I'm going to come there expecting more out of my team. Walter, I'm not going to go back and forth with you with this one, though. Let's see something. Somebody said, they said, as physically dominant as Sheldon was throughout this weekend, there is still more upside left to discover. I said that too, which would be scary. Tremendous overall attack. Let me tell you what. I saw this. Somebody tweeted. See when you tweet, y'all better start adding me. But I saw this. They said a game of the weekend. Paul Miranda was the game of the weekend. You saw was Legacy versus Duncanville. What happened in that game? I got a few highlights from that game. Hold up. Got a few highlights from that game. Walt, I ain't finna argue with you. You can think you think you're gonna have my kid all year with your non-coaching ass. You got to be out your mind. I'm not letting it happen. You ain't finna coach my son all year. No, sir. Here we go.
Good, BJ. Good, BJ.
Tell me what about this game was so exciting. Wait, somebody said, look at Legacy. I don't know who that Legacy player right there, y'all. I don't know. Nobody on that. I know who that is. That's Bud. About to be Bud. Who's that who had to hit that jump shot? Help me out. He just oh my goodness. Thank you, whoever sent me that. Thank you. What? Duncanville started off like a racehorse, but almost finished like a jacket. Oh, what you mean by that? No, Walter, I ain't talking about you. You know I know you can coach. I'm talking about some of these coaches. I ain't letting coach my son all year. You think I'm gonna let Kevin Freitman coach my son all year? You got to be out your. My grandson, he gonna have. Boy, I can't wait. I'm gonna get Phil Handy. I'm gonna get everybody. Whatever he want to play. Boy, I'm gonna have somebody out there showing him how to play. I ain't gonna mess with him. I don't want to mess him up like I did my son. Hold on. Jimmy, I'm having too much fun, man. I'm having too much fun on here, man. Hold on. I'm going to bring you in, but I'm having too much. What? Boy, I'm learning some boy hey, you know who my boy is now. I got a new dude now. I like Bug. I like Bug. Hold on. And Jimmy, I heard, yeah, but I've been liking him. You know why I like him, y'all? I'm going to tell you why I like him. Jim, I'm going to use some of Jimmy's stuff. That kid came out of the stands. I was at Jimmy's event. He came out of the stand. I don't know if his dad or somebody told him. He came over there and introduced himself to me. The most intelligent and soft-spoken little boy. I'm going to always love him. You know how, Jimmy, you talking about, you like the in NBAPA because what you said, they feel like they appreciate your that young man came out that stands and came down there, said, hey, Mr. Hatler. I said, what? So Bug is my dude. I know you probably down in St. Louis. Bug my dude for that. Now hold up now, Bug. I can't cheer for you over a Houston team, but I can't cheer for your team, but I like Duncanville. I love Duncanville because I like the coach. I like the culture. I like all of that. But you young man, you are a cut above the rest because the way you approach me, and I'll never forget it. But Jimmy, I've been talking because somebody said something. He said, anyone going to do a list of the unheralded or the under the radar performers at the TABC? I said, well, if an unheralded or under radar performer, if they go and take care of their damn business, they wouldn't be unheralded or underrated. I mean, that's just the way I think. You know, everybody don't think like me. That's just me. That ain't Jimmy's opinion. Jimmy, Jimmy, I wasn't talking about Sheldon Henderson last year. I don't think I mentioned his name one time last year at all. Not one time. But I can't keep his damn name out of my mouth. Now, anybody call me around the country, what you think? Man, what the hell? You just watched it. The hell, y'all. I ain't nothing to think about. But guess what? I didn't talk about him last year because I didn't know what y'all was looking at. But I said, oh, that's Jimmy and them, that's Doug and them. But I didn't see it. But guess what? I see it now. I see it now. But Jimmy, so that what Sheldon did to me. Cause to Jimmy and them but he was unheralded to me. But when I saw him in the EYBL the first weekend, I said on this show, that ain't the same dude I saw at Bel Air. I don't know what y'all done did to this dude. I don't know. Jimmy, I guess what you said, some people just, all eggs don't hatch on the same day. I know that. But some people just get better. I'll put it like that. Some people get better. But what's up, man? They talking crazy to me on the feed. I'm finna mess with them. Back in Walter Yates, he going back and forth with me. But what you got? He said, how tall is Sheldon? Is Sheldon legitimate 6'6" or about 6'5"? Because I don't even know him. I never met him. 6'5"?
He's 6'5". 6'5" is an easy measuring stick, especially after this Bronny measuring or height fiasco recently. That should be a wake up call, guys. You don't have to stretch the heights that far anymore. All it does is leads to embarrassment. But Sheldon Henderson, it took time. He got it out the mud. And that's the thing where I tell people, certain people, man, going into a whole different avenue. Is whereas, guys, just face it. Most kids, if you're at a public school, most kids will play what some may deem as out of position. This ain't just started in public schools. So people, and one thing about it, it could be better because it works for a lot of the ones that the cream rise to the top. The cream rise to the top. But in regard to the comment, I guess, or the tweet, the message, somebody says it was McBride who was the one that made the tweet. I just looked at it when you said it, when you mentioned it, and here's the deal, man. What underrated that's an opportunity, Miss Coach McBride, for you to list those underrated or underrespected kids yourself. Why do you need somebody else to validate something that you can first and foremost? Maybe you validate them first and then basically send a challenge to the rest of the people out there in the community. And what you doing, man?
Huh? They can't see me.
All right, you gonna bust your ass. You climb up on that thing. All right, that back gonna give out.
Hey, they can't see me. You can see me.
Oh, okay. Oh, they can't see you.
No.
Oh, okay, I'm tripping. I'm looking. I'm looking on one screen.
Yeah, you're looking on the wrong screen. See that
I
boy?
didn't know
You
they.
boy, hey, boy, hey, I'm glad. Hey, boy, I'm not gonna do nothing with you around here. You've been a total on.
No, I ain't gonna tell you. I was gonna make sure I didn't know
No,
what
I'm
you were
messing with
saying.
you.
No, I
No,
wasn't.
I'm messing with you. I'm back
You see,
now.
I didn't describe what you were doing. Like, man, what you
Oh
doing?
yeah, yeah.
But
Okay, okay,
anyway,
okay, okay. Now what was you saying?
like why it start? It starts with why don't you list the players or players that you're talking about. Number two, you guys know you have big enough sample size out there to know and understand how a lot of these guys move that are evaluators in the amateur basketball sector. Meaning that when it's a live event, you should expect them, most of them will be on the courts where the name brand or designer teams and or players are playing. That it and just start with the new wave or the new age
Yeah.
of evaluators. It's always been that way.
Okay.
So now that's why it's so important when people always say the main court lane because they know that if those kids play, some people play elsewhere, then it's going to deplete the odds of coaches being present on their courts. And my thing was, if you that dude, no matter where you play at, it's gonna be a main court. If you that dude, and I get it, everybody ain't that dude, and people know that's the thing that's crazy. You'll hate on. They check this out now. Whoever played after Bel Air played always benefited because there was a flock of college coaches whenever Bel Air played, and a flock meaning of different levels. Because this LJ
So why would the other?
Andrews,
Oh, okay, okay. They want to. Okay, I got you. I got you. Not so. Not just
different levels.
Sheldon when Bel Air played.
When Bel Air played,
Okay.
there were different levels of college coaches there actively recruiting, evaluating various players.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You had remember now, you had of course Sheldon. That's the top. That's the Power Five.
Okay.
Though
Got
Sheldon is a different type of recruitment.
you. Okay.
LJ, if they for those who didn't know about LJ Andrews,
Mm-hmm.
his very first game created a buzz because it was against Duncanville, I think, or Colony, something like that. Buzz because then mean other coaches was there for Duncanville as well, Hannah. Because some school, so they were there to see Duncanville and Bug and BJ Davis Ray, Cam Smith. See, so that was a double whammy. That was what I call a buffet for college coaches.
So
If
that's
you
why it's
told
a
a
lot of
college
them are
coach,
there because of the range of the guys.
oh,
Okay, I like that. Okay.
so a coach, no matter what, if I told a college coach, hey coach, what are you doing over there on coach one? It's a 20-point game. Those gonna be empty calorie buckets you're gonna see from that point on. Go over court to over there to court 3 or whatever it is on the end down there. You're gonna love somebody. There's 3 Division One prospects at least on each one of those teams. At least. Go down there, check them out. So that means now, which one? Coach, I can give you the name, trust me. You'll go down there, you'll see at least one. I ain't gotta lead you and miss and you're gonna see something down there. That's a buffet. So now the teams that play behind them, those coaches who probably, that court can be going early, the next court can be running late. That coach may get to see the beginning of the game. One thing about this event, it wasn't no 10-minute warm-up period. When them games was over with, they put 3 minutes on that clock, and your ass warm up for 3 minutes, and it's time to start the next game. I like that. So that means it helped the kids out. Otherwise, coaches grown, they walked on the way. By the time they shake hands with their comrades and they give dap up and whatnot, guess what? It's time to go on. I mean, they get the other ballers in there and they might
Jimmy, what would the coaches see when I watched some of the game? Were them coaches standing up on the edge, on the baseline?
Both baselines.
Yeah,
so
both
if you
baselines.
watch the camera view, you only got one vantage point.
Yeah.
So there was coaches upstairs.
Yeah. In some events, some events didn't have no upstairs. Some
Yeah,
Some
yeah, yeah.
venue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some venues didn't have the upstairs, but at the SWAC, they had upstairs and then they had both baselines. That's where the coaches, those are the areas that was generally designated for. You say wipe my lens off?
Yeah.
Oh, my
No.
camera, oh, my camera dang.
Yeah.
Uh,
Jimmy. You know what the problem. You know what the problem is. It's
no, no.
let's see.
No, last time, I had the other camera on here. I didn't bring none of my stuff.
Oh,
I
you
was,
didn't bring. So you on your computer camera.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
not
yeah.
bad,
Well,
not
well,
bad.
bend it forward a little so your head can. There you go. There you go. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
good. No, you
not
good.
bad,
You good.
not
No,
bad.
you good right now. Yeah.
So as I was saying with at these events, there's an opportunity for exposure for a lot of people, a lot of teams.
Mhm,
Certain people know they have teams that don't have Division I players.
mhm,
I talked to a lot of college coaches this weekend. A lot. I ask a lot of questions. I like to stay up to beat and be able to relay some of that stuff to you guys. One
mhm.
of the things I picked up, coaches talk to, and I asked many of them the same question: how many high school players do you plan to sign in March? See, that's a question that nobody asked in the whole weekend. Well, I say March, I mean April. I said in the spring. How many do you plan on signing in the spring out of high school? Hella, I only had one coach that said that they plan on signing a high school player in the spring. Everybody else said they going straight portal in the spring. If a high school kid don't get it in the fall, they ain't looking for no high school kid in the April. So that means if this is that's a small sample size. I didn't ask
Yeah.
every coach in the building, but I asked enough of them from various ranges. So this is what this means. It's like anybody does a survey. You take a sample size of the survey and you go with it like that. What it means is if you don't get these offers, committable offers in the fall, whoever you guys that are influencing these kids, let's set it on the table right now. The race, it ain't the mile race that you used to run in this stuff. And guess what? There's gonna be lotto luck. That's gonna be a divine Ugu Chukwu next year, but that don't mean he's gonna be from Houston. No, Divine went to Miami, right? After the season over with. But it took for Divine Uguchukwu to go 31-1 or 32-1, whatever Clements went. They won 30-some games in a row, and he still didn't have the offer. He got it laid on. You gamble on yourself like that if you want to. And a guy like Divine has the blessings of a lot of people that has some good political favor. You have a Frank Rutherford, a T.J. Ford, Akeem Olajuwon. All those are just three that has references that are great references for him. Everybody don't have that luxury. So you go and you try that if you want to and wait around and be that guy. My point is, for most people, they are not Division I prospects, and you're out here trying to prove, and no wrong with trying to obtain that. But when it don't come and reality set in, it's time to accept reality and start seeking out and landing in those schools that you have a better chance of playing at, some of those small institutions, and then get it out the mud. Work your way up. Ain't no difference you play on these think about it like this, Al. If we look at Division I basketball recruiting like we look at the grassroots basketball sector, the sneaker teams on the 17U component, they're the Division Ones. But truth be told, most of the other kids out there wish they could be either sneaker sponsored program or play on one of those sneaker sponsored teams. If they came calling, how many would turn it down? Very, very, very few would turn down the offer to go and play. I'm talking about a percentage. Very, very small percentage. So just think about that. Most of those kids when they're playing, they're going to the workouts. Man, I'm just as good as that guy. Then you end up playing on the independent team, and your recruitment, it ends up, and for the most case, going shortcoming of what those other guys are fragmented by those other guys at those sneaker programs. Yesterday, this past weekend, it empowered the high school sector. It has risen. The high school coaches.
So what happened last year? It wasn't risen.
It
What's
was
the difference?
This year's difference was it burst at the seams and it totally sold out, and it created a record, which it was Texas had the most last year. But you're talking about 500 teams this past weekend. And the way that the rule go, because I went and I checked and I confirmed, I said, I'm asking questions, guys, when I'm in from the sources. Because I was wondering where are the Louisiana teams at, huh? Where the Oklahomas, where the Arkansas? Why are they not taking advantage of this platform? Because you can play. We had Houston teams playing in Arizona this past weekend. You can go play in other states. But the way that the rule goes, the NCAA implemented this. Teams from your
Repeat that
state,
again, Jim.
and they cannot get in.
Now repeat that again.
This is the rule that's in place. As for those that were wondering, if you're wondering where was the Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, the adjoining states of Texas, where was those teams in the TA in regards to the TABC showcase? Well, the rule states, the rule that's in place, put it like that, is that if you have not admitted all of the teams that registered from your state, meaning if there is a wait list that has not been satisfied, meaning if you're trying to get in, Helen, you tried to get in and we got you on the wait list because we don't have space. We got to get you in, all of our Texas teams in that's on the wait list before you can get any one team in from any of those other states. That's the rule. I said, okay.
So they had one in Arizona too. They had one in Phoenix.
Yes.
So in Arizona, they got to be probably the same rules apply.
Every team from Arizona that attempted to register in a timely fashion within the confines of the time restraints,
they get first dibs.
They got to get in before California can get in.
Okay.
Or Nevada can get in.
Okay.
So you got to let them in. So that was I'm reading Trey Phillips say he was asked again what I didn't get what topic he was talking about. I'm reading some of the comments right now. And while we're reading the comments, guys, won't you be so kind and share this show right now? Let's get a good share in. We're talking and reflecting on this weekend's TABC showcase this past weekend, which was, a lot of people benefited from it. It gave me an opportunity. Not only did I get to see a lot of the college coaches, I seen a lot of them last week, but I wasn't amongst them when I was working at Top 100 Camp. I was far away from them, so it's different than being able to fraternize and be accessible to them. This event gave the state and as well as the evaluators an opportunity to use as a measuring stick to see the potency level of a lot of teams that would participate. How potent. Now we pretty much certain teams lived up to the hype. You expected certain teams to do what they did. You expected the Duncanvilles to be good. You expected the Legacy to do. You expected that. Legacy lost in overtime to Duncanville. Legacy won both of the other games. Duncanville, they fared well all weekend. You expected that. Like I said, you expected certain teams. Now, then there's some teams didn't quite meet expectations. I saw Shadow Creek play. Shadow Creek is going to be what I thought Shadow Creek was going to be. It's going to be, I pretty much know I got a half dozen teams from out of Region 3, that out of in the public school sector that I went in with, and they all, I haven't. It's only one I haven't checked on that I don't know how they fared. That I have pretty much in my top 6, in my Htx top 6, and that is I had Atascocita, I had Shadow Creek in no particular order, Bel Air, um, housekeeping. Well, I just checked in. The housekeeping coming up in there.
Oh, you had C King, Cy Ranch,
I had
Katie Jordan.
Katie Jordan. Katie Jordan, they went 2-1. A lot of these guys went 2-1. You still, it's
So 2-1 is good. 0-3 is terrible, or they just got to.
0-3, 0-3. It's not the end of the world. It's June, but 0-3. Unless if you thought a team was gonna go 3-0 and they went 0-3, that's terrible.
Okay, I got you.
You know, like I thought more that would come with St. John's High School.
They went 0-3.
Yeah.
Jimmy, I saw them little guards. Jimmy, who was the little guards that played for St. John? Jimmy, I turned it off after about 5 or 6 possessions. I said, "Oh hell no!"
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy, it's
who is it? Do you know the kids at all? The guy, I'm talking about the guard. I think his number. I ain't gonna call his number out. The guards was. I understand, but then don't give him the ball then. But I guess little Opie, some of them got that. Okay.
Well, understand something, and then that's what Sebastian Williams Adams was trying to do. He tried to get the ball and would assume the point guard duties, but then in doing so, that your usage rate has increased in against some high level talent. And you know the thing with St. John's that was promising, of course, like I said, and Sebastian, his handles. They are a work in progress, but then there would be often times whereas he would turn that ball over or overrun the play. And, you know, he was sullying and make some buckets. He made plays. We know Sebastian. We know, SWA, he's a supreme level talent. But in this particular setting, his new team, it became frustrating because it's you find yourself whereas you got to do everything.
But he got another player that y'all got
Malachi Booker. Malachi Booker should be able to take up some of that slack from Sebastian. Then they have a freshman that's incoming out of that's about 6'6" over there. That's a big 3 right there. A big 3, you should be able to put the 7 dwarfs with any big 3. That's why they call him a big 3. So and they all got size. All 3 of those guys are 6'5" and taller. Between Malachi Booker, Sebastian Williams Adams, and the new kid, Emmanuel. So I look at it like this, and I grade hard. And his family, they watch the Chop Shop all the time, and they know I don't grade easy. When it comes to getting it done, you just got to find a way to get it done. Sebastian has to, number one, be able to, because on the court he's somewhat he's silent a lot of times. He's a great teammate, but it seems like he's introverted. Be able to be that teacher on the floor for some of those little guys. Have more trust in them. Everybody's gonna make a turnover or a mistake every now and then. Be able to coach them, an extension of the coach on the floor. And you got to be able to play through your frustrations, not let other people see you frustrated when you're frustrated. You got to be able to put a little poker face on out there. It's going to come. But nobody said it was going to be easy because I think about St. John's, and it ain't no way to think about Sebastian Williams Adams in a St. John's uniform without thinking about who had her from 10 years ago.
Justice Winslow. He had the same similar
same scenario.
Yeah.
And really, Justice Winslow did not have two Division I players on the team.
No, sir.
So
he didn't have another one on there.
He had the 9 dwarfs with him instead
Yes.
of 7 dwarfs.
Yes.
So that's why I grade. It might feel like I'm on him and I don't give enough love because I've seen this story. I've seen this movie before.
At
And
the
I know
same
how
school. That's a unique comparison, though.
so I always, that's why I tell people, I always try to measure stuff thinking about this guy and that guy. Think of the best guy from your particular school or who wore your uniform and measure this current player with them. This is how you can tell. This is how you can kind of get a better assessment. Just whatever school you think of, who was the top 3 in recent years from that particular school. And then when you think about it, you say, okay, is he better than A, B, or C? How would he fare? Okay, if A, B, or C went to this school, how did he fare when he went to that school? This is how you can look at it. You ain't got to even look sideways. You can look at your own walls, look up in the rafters, or look in your history books at your own school. Measure against yourself. How are you on your own block versus you were
Justin was quiet, but he was a quiet killer, though.
But Justice would stop. And Justice would talk to those guys, and they would go, and they listen. When it's time to be led,
Yeah,
they went to Justice and got to their leader. When it was time to be led.
Absolutely.
You remember? I'm telling. So, like I said,
Jimmy, we played against them, man. My son played against them. So yes.
And guess what? To keep this thing fair, we're not. Once again, I am not comparing Sebastian Williams Adams to Justice Winslow.
No.
That's the grader, the rising senior, at that stage of his career. I'm not comparing him to the pro. I'm comparing him to Justice Winslow in a St. John's High School uniform.
Yeah.
I remember like yesterday when Sebastian Williams Adams may have only been 6 years old.
Right. Yeah.
8 years old at the time.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So I know what if you get people, they got a new head coach. It's a different scenario. It's a different, coach just got there. He's trying to piece it together with a new system that he's implementing. I understand this. It's not the end of the world. But that team there, you got 3 Division I prospects, three guys with Division I, where the incoming 9th grader didn't have a Division I offer on the table that I know of, but there's no doubt he's a Division I prospect. I can tell some guys, he ain't no doubt.
See, I got to go back and watch. I'm glad you come. I got tired of watching the little guard. Let me tell you something, Jimmy, and I got to say it. Little guards, if you got players like that on your team, and you take the first 2 shots of the game, homeboy, somebody done told you wrong. You take a contested shot and another little shot, and they threw this stuff out of there. Get the ball to them. That's on any team. But now we can get back. Jimmy, I turned it off when I saw that. But keep going.
Yeah, so other players, of course, that there's a lot of players that move the needle for themselves, but it's also it's so refreshing to see. I think Paul Miranda mentioned Jalen Finner. That's the young fella from Atascocita. He got one possession, got the rebound, and went coast to coast against Duncanville. Ain't many guys got a rebound and went coast to coast and finished with a dunk against Duncanville. I say it again. In the David Peavy era, you might can count on one finger how many players that got a rebound and went coast to coast and finished with a dunk against Duncanville. Jalen Finner did that. Understand, this is not an official high school basketball game, but he did it against those players that wore Duncanville uniforms. That play alone garnered so much attention from college coaches. His life has literally changed. This is the thing that's funny, Alec, because you know what? People will come into the weekend, you'll say, well, man, this dude better than this dude better. And then people that
Whoa. They say he did it 3 straight times.
Well, he did it twice for sure. Twice.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think the second one was coast to coast. I think he went and he finished it with a dunk. One pass might have been made before then, but he did. I mean, this weekend, what makes it feel so good is because it's funny because a lot of people like how do you if you don't see them, like you said, you might that last time you saw them is what you remember. So a kid's life literally changes after this type of performance.
So people gonna be
And
looking at Jalen Fenner now.
no, they already looking. He already got legitimate offers on the table.
No,
Right
but I'm
now.
just saying. So what does this do? What does this do?
This now what everything that he's been in search of, right? Being up under the radar, playing, being on the Atascocita team. Remember, Atascocita has a lot of miles to fill. It's been like that. And you talking about a team that the leading scorer might only average 14 points a game. You see what I'm saying? Now, they might have 7 guys that's averaging, or 8 guys that averaging between 7 points a game and 15 points a game. It may be 8, 9 guys averaging up in there. Not many miles to feed. Because if you think about it and do the math, if you got 8 guys averaging,
And they don't score that many points a game.
that's what I'm saying. So you do the math. Think about it. If
Right.
8 people is averaging 8 points a game, that's 64 points a game, Hal.
But they don't even average that much.
And I think they average about 64 in that range.
I
About
thought
60.
they averaged in the 50. Okay.
No, they held you to.
Oh, they hold you? Okay, I got you. Okay.
You know, they defend now. They gonna lead the city every year in
So
charges.
who beat them in the playoffs?
The
Who beat them in the playoffs?
This past season?
Yeah.
Oh. Can't remember who beat them in the playoffs this season. Can't remember.
Yeah. The Springs people didn't beat them. The Cliff Spring people didn't beat them.
I can't remember who beat them right now. I can't remember.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Okay, keep going.
But
And Tanya said Duncanville is rebuilding, so that's why maybe he got that dunk. Thank you, Tanya.
That's why he got the dunk.
That's why he got the dunk. They rebuilding. They rebuilding. I don't mean that they can't Duncanville rebuild.
Duncanville went 3-0.
They ain't got no run. Do they have a run? What's the kid name? Run. What's the kid name? Run. What's the kid that's going to the draft?
Ron Holland?
They ain't got no Ron Holland on this team, have it?
No, but they don't advertise they have that either. That's
no. I'm just saying, so it's possible. See, Ron Holland would have threw that mess up out of there. But these guys that they got now ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, but these other teams ain't got no Tyrese Maxey on their team either. So it's a scaled down version, but it's good. So that's
Cliff Springs is the team that beat them. Somebody said. I said a Springs team.
Yeah, I can't remember Cliff Springs. So this Atascocita team once again. Jalen Fenner, his life changed. Adam Boyd entered the weekend as second fiddle, like 1A, 1B. The Jakai Kantave has
what my man do? What'd he do?
He's been long regarded as like the top sophomore and the measuring stick. Well, after this weekend, Adam Boyd has reclaimed or retained some of the thunder that has been placed on Jakai Kantave. Adam Boyd.
I've been seeing Adam Boyd's kid's name a lot on
I'm
Twitter.
I'm just telling you, like he stole. I'll use I go even a step further and say he stole some of his thunder. You know, it happens in the band, and we play. It's all up. The objective is to put on a good performance. But sometimes that drummer on his solo is going, or that background vocal singer when they get that one solo, they might turn it out. Well, Adam Boyd did that. It's great for him. That ain't gonna take away from Jakai, because Jakai Kantave, they both are 2026 players. They both have a whole nother year together. These two young men, and it ain't just them. It ain't just them. They have a lot of pieces coming back next year. We ain't talking about this year, we're talking about next year. So it's great if you Jakai to say we finished 2-1 at Atascocita. we enabled a kid like Adam Boyd to break out of a shell in such a platform that can benefit him, and now he can really truly feel somewhat validated. Coaches are going to find him and watch him play in July. I know that for a fact. There's going to be some coaches going, and they're going to continue. Now, just don't do nothing goofy. Just keep doing, making winning plays. That's the key. Winning plays. That's my new thing. I'm gonna start telling you guys that's my new nail to hit the hammer with. What is a winning play? Winning play mean that, for example, there may be some kids out there that might score 30 points, 25 points, but the team loses by 15. So that means he's on the court in the last 3-4 minutes of the game, and everybody just playing lollygag ball. Well, those baskets are like empty calories. Those baskets are not winning plays. Those baskets are just, so watch and evaluate for who's making the winning baskets, who's making winning plays, winning assists, winning steal, stuff that leads in the form of productive points. That's very important as we look forward. The little kid had one kid that went out on the ledge, and this is where it gets risky. Every team didn't get in to this event at a wait list, right?
Okay. What you mean by every team? But every Texas team
Well,
was supposed to be
remember
able
I
to.
told you about 10? No, they ran out of space. So there was about 10 teams, high schools from Texas that could not get into the TABC event. It was filled up. It was filled up. And they dropped an ad, a couple of teams, filled the spot. They ended up with about 10 teams on the wait list. Well, one of those teams that had to pull out was Westbury Christian. This young man, Jason Scott, his family made a business decision to go and, I guess, and work out something with Legacy, the School of Sports Science, for him to play with them this past weekend. And not only did he play with them, but he played a significant amount of time on the court. He played a lot of minutes, and he was quite productive. That was in a 3-game span. He moved the needle. This is the young man that has, I think, a 1400 SAT score they released a couple of weeks ago. He has like a 3.4, 3.6 GPA. This young man he's seeking Ivy League schools. Harvard was there to evaluate him this past weekend. They was there, not the head coach. One of the assistants came, and so he fared well. Now, sometimes it's well enough. Only time will tell. It takes more than that's like American Idol. If you can just sing one song and blow everybody away, it ain't no sense in having an 8-week season or 12-week season. You got to come back consistently and do it over and over and over. And but this young man that did well for himself. There are so many out there that I've seen. I got to see. I may have seen about maybe 16 high schools from Houston play. At least that over the weekend, and I got a chance to measure what it does for me. I'm looking at the teams and trying to get a feel of some of my matchups. Did I need to shuffle some stuff around for the season opener, for the Hoops Giving Classic, or for the Third Ward Jamboree? So then also I'm looking because I had one spot left for the Super 16 Extravaganza, trying to see who I want to get his last spot invite to for the Super 16. So I was looking at the 6A teams. I named them already. 5A is kind of tricky, Heather, because our 5A in Region 3, it includes Waco, Austin teams in that 5A. But I do know one thing. In 5A, you know Barbers Hill is going to be a team to beat. Thurgood Marshall is going to be a team to beat. Our Colony moves up to 5A. They're not chopped liver. It's going to be intriguing on how they respond with the new coach. All right, Port Arthur Memorial is going to be a team to beat in 5A. Those are just four off the top of my head. It's going to be teams to beat. In 4A, Booker T. Washington went 3-0, Heather. We thought Booker T. Washington was dead. Booker T is right in the mix of things. We know Silsby's going to – I saw Silsby play on the first day.
Peyton Jones.
Yeah, Peyton Jones, he moved the needle. As a young player, he moved the needle for himself. So my thing is, these coaches know you, get people. They're calling your phones now, right? So if they're doing that now, then when it comes around to next season, next summer, don't come out there talking about everybody's sleeping on your baby. Don't do that. Let's stop that. John LeBoy, yeah, I'm looking Paul around put John LeBoy from St. Francis. John LeBoy. College coaches know who you are right now. If you think they didn't know you before, let's say they might have just wasn't paying attention to you. They paid attention to you this past weekend. So now you're going to get the recruitment.
What about Bryce Jackson?
Bryce Jackson, he's
been injured now for 2 years.
He's been born. He's been reborn on the basketball court.
Okay.
Now Bryce Jackson, they didn't know about you before. They didn't get to.
Coach, you really didn't do. Coach, they talked about you in the 9th grade.
You didn't play. You missed the whole season.
Right.
So now they know who you are now. Again, Bryce Jackson, they know who you are now. Right?
He played that well.
So now what are you going to do about it?
Yeah. How many games did they play? Did they play 2 games?
Everybody played 3 games.
Cause I was looking for all the games on Baller TV. Maybe it just didn't tape one of the games. Okay, keep going. They didn't have.
And I'm looking, Alan. We just talked about the kid Jason Scott. It's summertime. A lot of these kids doing internships and stuff. Remember, his brother went and got his pilot airplane license. Remember, in the 12th grade. Remember, we talked about him last year. His older brother, Justin Scott. Remember, he went and he enrolled at TSU in the pilots program. Well, look at. I'm gonna send this to you. Well, little Jason.
You just
Scott.
tell him. You don't tell him. You have to send it to him.
Well, no, you got to see this. You got to see this. You got to see this. You see that? That's what he's doing.
We're in a courtroom?
Huh?
We're in a courtroom?
Yeah, he's an intern.
Okay.
He's working in the courtroom.
Okay.
In 11th grade going to the 12th grade. That can give a whole young man a whole different understanding of the legal system or the justice system. That can inspire him to go into law, right? As one of his parents is. So this is one of the things that when you parlay basketball into other stuff and incorporate other ingredients into it, and these what you input equals output. But as I mentioned about Bryce Jackson, let me tell you. Let me see. Let me show you something. Look here. It's from a college coach. It's the Atlantic 10. What they say? What they say?
We said Mike Collins and Bryce Jackson, Eman, Bryson Weefall, Jalen Fenner. Was that him saying that, or that's you saying that?
That's him saying that.
What was he saying about? What you asked him?
No, his question's at the top.
A question.
up
Oh,
under
you
my
don't want to show
shoulder.
the name. Okay. Go back. Go over. Other way. Opposite. Your big ass finger. Do you have some numbers for Houston kids? Do you have some numbers? Oh, I'll say. Oh, them the names he wanted the numbers to.
Yeah.
Them kids. Oh yeah, man. But you showing me that? I know that happened to you all the time. It happens to
But
me. So
I done it. I done it. It's like I let the people I hustle a little bit on my cell phone.
that's all
Y'all don't
right.
have no idea. Yeah, a lot of you people don't have no earthly idea how much I do for your nappy head ass kids out here in this society. How much I do for y'all. That's the part that you have no
But coach,
idea.
you got other people gonna hate on you regardless, Jimmy. Don't try to go, Jimmy. We gotta do is watching this show today. I mean, no matter what you do, no matter what I do, they still got something to say. So guess what? It's okay. I ain't mad at them no more. Let them keep on talking. We just gonna keep on. Hey, we gonna keep on having them texts that they will never be able to get. How about that? hey,
You
hey, that they'll never be able to get.
hey man. And of course I mentioned we are getting ready to land the plane, Charlotte. But want to let you know, Nike Elite 100 camp tips off today, and well, it's already started. The games start today in St. Louis, Missouri, and as you guys know, I've been on the staff for this particular camp for approximately 50. I don't advertise you guys because I don't, you know, I don't feel like I have to give you an incentive to try to like me or to kiss my ass to get your kid somewhere. And whereas if you're a good person and you're treating people the right way, then the blessing's gonna come. So, but this just landed up here. Of course, Nike they fly all the staff out here and take care of everything. And you go in the gym and you watch a lot of the players. There's about 10 players here, well, a little bit more, about a dozen players that are from Texas and or play on Texas-based Nike flavored programs, meaning that these are the top 10th graders in the country that played for Nike grassroots basketball programs. And there are about 17 ninth graders. So it's 106 total kids, Hannah. It's called Elite 100, but it's 106. Well, hell, NBPA was the top 100, and we had 110 there. So it's 106. Of the 106, 17 are freshmen. The rest of them are sophomores, which means they are, I'm sorry, rising juniors, to not confuse you guys. Rising sophomores, rising juniors. Um, Out of the actual city of Houston, there's only one that I recognize on the list from Houston. That's Christian Gibson, the only one. Now this kid, they're one of the kids that fascinated and absolutely probably moved the needle as much as any kid out there that was in the TABC this past weekend was from the Colony High School. People was asking, who is this kid from the Colony?
That's in Dallas, ain't it?
Yeah, Dakari Spear is his name.
Somebody, I got his name. Somebody sent me his stuff already.
Dakari Spear is here. So this is the type of players that's here. Dakari, there's about 5-6 guys with the top 100 camp that's here. It's a lot of, this is not a regular camp.
Who is Bryce Dixon? And yeah, Bryce Dixon and Jakari Spears. Somebody sent that to me this
But
morning.
he was phenomenal. They both, Dakari plays for Drive Nation, 16 and under. Once again, you don't have to play 17s in order to get that glory. You don't have to play 17s to get the glory. Some people, you have to bring them along because if you put certain players on the 17s, and they're not playing enough, then they're gonna leave your ass. You ain't gonna have them for 17. So you better bring them a long way. He can be productive, and it can work out for them. Think about it.
How tall is
Adam,
Car?
where did Sheldon and Sebastian play, and Nigel, where did they play last year?
16 last year. Yeah. And look what happened.
It's
It's
working
all
out
right
for
to
him.
play 16s, though.
Nigel, he finally had the breakthrough that he needed in a
This
trio
weekend?
this weekend for Nigel. Nigel
Okay.
Wall,
Okay.
he finally got that breakthrough. Remember, top 100 camp a couple of weeks ago. He didn't move the needle.
Okay.
With the JL3, he's like fourth fiddle at best on that particular team. So now you needed to let the band go play some solo acts and see how they can sell out the arena and see how many albums they can move or units they can move with their own band. This is what Nigel did. Nigel moved the needle and this past weekend. So his life has a different formality right now. Things have been a little bit clearer for him. And I'm proud of that young man and to say so. I'll also there's just so many kids to name. I'm looking at thanks Trey for reminding us that I think I broke that news last week about Ricky Doc Nelson being added as an assistant coach at Ranger Junior College. And it was funny, we got the word last during the Doug's Dozen. How is when the word came through. So and it was funny because Doc was actually watching a lot of the 12th graders unsigned, watching some guys at that point. You never know who's winning. Never know who's Doc Nelson. Now he's an avenue. He's an asset that can possibly get some people to play college basketball for free and save those parents thousands of dollars. But at the same time, Ranger, they're just about 3 years removed from being how they won 3-4 years ago. They were number one in the country in junior college.
Who's the head
When
coach?
Billy Clyde,
Who's the head coach?
yeah.
Who is the head coach?
I don't know the head coach name now over there now, and but they use me for a reference. And Doc got it in on between his dad, him, and his references body and his no, he's a smart young cat, smart guy. Now, speaking of Memphis and coaches, I see that. And speaking of Billy Clyde Gillespie, Billy Clyde has hired Glenn Cyprian as an assistant coach at Tarleton State. Sip coached at Memphis. He coached at him and Billy Clyde were together at Kentucky. So now they've been reunited, and yes, Sip is back in the game as an assistant coach at Tarleton State. A lot of coaching action I saw this past weekend. A lot of guys that NIL was a lot of the focal point from a lot of the coaches. They were thinking about how to now it's the point of getting creative with the NIL from the college standpoint because and then embracing themselves as to how they're gonna on what if the Congress or NCAA what would they be doing, well, what new stance they would take when permitting the schools to pay these athletes. So you remember that was one of the things that came through the pipe. Also, man, I can say, man, there's so much stuff that was so many topics and that took place. Yep. And of course, yeah, that's Paul Rowley mentioned about the Bryce kid and the Colony. We know the Colony was good already, and they are definitely a focal point. And I didn't leave you guys with earlier. I mentioned about the 6A schools and I mentioned some of the 4A schools. I can tell you right now, Yates has enough to compete for this region. Booker T. Washington does as well. I like teams that went undefeated. Another team that went undefeated this season, and they won every game had about at least 20 points. And that's the Heights High School. Ralph Barreras might be back. He may not have enough to win 5 straight playoff games, but he could. The way it looked this weekend, he has enough to keep you from winning 5 straight playoff games. And that's at the Heights. It's a lot of stuff around. Beaumont United, they're going to be gritty. They're going to they have a incoming freshman that's going to man the 5 hole. And those guys, they go to the 5A ranks. See, Beaumont United and Westbrooks, they're not 6A anymore. They're 5A. So be on the lookout for those. I think that also want to give a shout out. Proud to inform you guys that Ani Umana, you guys may know him as Ani. He has moved to Houston, right? Ani has moved to H-Town. So now you have another asset that can get out and watch and put eyes on some of the young men. Ani is expected to be in the building for the Rucker on Wood, the world's largest most organized open gym, toward the end of August. But Ani is now Houstonian, and so that's cool stuff right there. Had other stuff in coaching news. I'm trying to think anything that we get ready to land the plane or something that I missed telling you guys.
Alfio just put a coach just got a job as Yates girls basketball coach. Did you?
Oh, Yates girl, okay. Damian Wire. Shout out to him. Shout out also Humble ISD has named their new athletic director. And they was expected to do it before. They said they were going to do it around before July. And it's Mac McCurran, right? I'm sorry, Mac McEachin. And Mac is from Pflugerville ISD. At Summer Creek, coached at Pflugerville Weiss High School. He comes over now. The boss that hired him is now his new boss at Humble ISD. So shout out to that young man for getting that job. I'm looking at you know what? Got a pet peeve before we go. Yeah, and this is something that I just got a question, guys. I go to the restroom. And we can land on it ain't basketball, but it's related to because it happens at basketball arenas and others like. What be take a deep breath, cut your volume down if you got somebody that's watching. Here's the question, and I'm looking at you on the guys. You can respond on the comments. What causes people to miss the whole toilet and piss on the floor in abundance to where it makes puddles that much? You know what you have to be doing. Don't you realize some of that stuff is coming, that splash is coming back on your pants or on your legs, on your shoes? What makes a person have to miss it? Then if it ain't one person, how could so many different combination of one guys miss that big white thing? You're standing right over it. And
Jim, they're just not good aimers.
Dude, I actually had to do like this to pee one time. I had to put my legs like that. Like we playing, you play Twister. I said, man, let me put one leg over here, one leg over. Because you know what happens? Whether y'all can laugh or frown at the question, most of us take our shoes off 2 ways. Either you're going to take them off the lazy way, you're going to get the front of one and kick the back of one, take it off like that. Now you're doing that, you mess up the back heel of your shoe eventually, wear and tear. Or you're going to grab your hand and grab your shoe from the bottom and take them off. You untie them, then you're going to take them off, right? So you're putting your hand on that shoe, then you're going to hop your nasty ass in the bed and grab on your old lady, and you're going to put with all that nasty.
So she can get some of that back too.
Then you wonder why she itching the next day, and you itching back. Now y'all got the itches.
Man, I'm gone. Boy, I ain't never heard that other go.
No, I'm just, dude. I looked. I say, dude, I could no. And them toilets,
That's
them
good.
urinals, they different sizes. The ones that down at the SWAC, they were good size. That was an 18-incher. You can close your eyes and go with the flow with that one. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I relaxed my rules, but I got to go back firm. I don't know why I relaxed my rule. Stop coming fist bump me. Stop coming shaking my hand. Because you might be one of them guys I see in the restroom this past weekend. I saw a whole lot of dudes. Not saw them. I'm at the mirror at the sink. You could tell when a guy don't wash their hands. If me and you peeing at the same time, I start before. Listen, I start before you. So I'm over there. I'm washing. Then I wash. Then I rinse. Then I get my left hand and I put soap in the left hand. I mouthwash with the left hand because you want to get bacteria in your mouth. Your breath might be bad. And I do that with my left hand. Then I'm gonna dry. If you beat me out of the restroom, you ain't washed your hands. Then you want to come out there, hey, Haller, what's going on, man? You gonna high five me, Haller. Now guess what? You got the itches.
Bump, hey man, fist bump is cool. I think it's cool. Just fist bump people, man. Don't be putting your nasty ass. Don't be everybody, man.
Hey,
You ain't want to do tell me, man, I want to shake your hand. No, you don't.
So, so you know what the moral to the story is? Some of you guys might need to step up a little bit closer to the plate.
Yeah.
And try peeing with your left hand. Use your left
Man,
hand.
let me get out of here, man.
Use your left hand. Pee with your left hand.
We'll see y'all tomorrow, man.
Help me keep it kosher. We up out here, man. Y'all share the show and we out the door. See y'all, man.
We out.